year. A new year. So did you celebrate last night? I kind of went to bed with Puerto Rico and New York. I didn't quite make it, but and then I worked on the PowerPoint. So, but it is a new year, and I don't know about y'all, but it's kind of been a strange transition to me. You know, I'm trying to think about what did happen in 2022. I know a lot happened. And then you look at it and you go, oh my, well. But here we are on the precipice of 2023. So, and this is like a transition morning because we've had a lot of fun here for Christmas. Our Advent, it was really very meaningful to me. And then we had a Christmas Eve service. We gathered around here and lit the candles. That was really sweet. And then we had fun for Christmas breakfast. Sorry, Zoomers, you didn't get in on the Christmas breakfast, but we had a lot of fun. So, and so now here we are. And one of my favorite ceremonies is the burning bowl. But as you can see, we've still got a few decorations up. I did try to get out some new tablecloths, y'all. I'm working on getting rid of the little bit of the red and green. We may work on that, but anyway, here we are, ready to go. So, when you talk about crossing over, I had to bring back the mural today. And this is our beautiful mural in our sanctuary, but we're being very intimate and together here in the community room. But I invite you, if you ever want to sit and meditate, I love looking at this mural. And it is like crossing over. And notice how it's crossing over into the light. I've always enjoyed that about that mural. And so I'm going to start this morning because we are stepping into a new year. So I want to gather us a little bit and step in. And if you want to follow me with hand gestures, you're certainly welcome to. So we put our hands to the earth and bring that energy up to ourselves. We honor our teachers. We honor our community. We honor unity and all that is. And I'll do the stepping in for you. We step in and let all distractions go behind us. And with that, let us say our opening statement together. Where am I rusty? I'm getting static.
I think something's wrong, so I'm not sure what to do about it.
Okay. But let's say this together, our opening statement. There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe. God, the good, the omnipotent. I always say goodness prevails. It's true. Well, guess what? We have a good daily word for today, and that is a hallmark of unity. It's the little Daily Word magazine. And our daily word today is fresh start. And that's what always a new year is for me. It's a clean slate. We don't know what's going to happen. But maybe we can look forward to it. And I know we're going to be writing letters today. And the Daily Word, this is from Paul Hasselbeck, and it's pretty much like what the Daily Word really is. But he changed a few things. And it felt like a letter to me from Paul. So I wanted to read it to you. I begin this year with renewed enthusiasm and a fresh perspective. I feel vibrantly alive. Love, wisdom, energy, and strength are just some of the things I can choose to conscientiously express from my divinity. I decide what I learn from my life experiences. I gracefully release past disappointments with a forgiving heart. I look beyond our amazing human distinctions as I relish that we are really one and the same in our divinity. That's where the oneness is, that connected divinity. I nurture and develop my skills and talents. I continue to grow and learn. I serve others with a humble heart. This year, I will thrive in all areas of life as I remember that I am fully divine and fully human. I feel my divinity everywhere I go and in everything I do. I manifest a fresh start from my divinity. I really love that. And now I wanted to point out, and we're going to take them off today, we have put prayer cards on the tree. We've been doing that all season. And I do have a few cards that I can give to anybody that wants to add another one. We're going to be sending these to Silent Unity. So we'll be taking them off the tree, maybe right after service. And we will, I don't know, we might just go directly to Silent Unity, but here's our prayer box. And you can add other prayer requests in the prayer box if you wish. Now, in Unity, we have affirmative prayer. And as Linda Martellowitz, it would say there's 5 movements of prayer. You begin in your heart, opening your heart, and being aware God is and I am. And then from there, I can, I know, and I do. And then I appreciate. So let us come to prayer for a moment with this new year. With a new year and a fresh breath, I devote my full attention on divine substance, on my divinity, the source of all vitality and inspiration that I could ever need. In the beginning, there is the Christ. And I breathe in the expanding, glorious awareness of the Christ in me. I open my body, mind, and spirit to the sensations, the ideas, the awareness of the Christ in all of my realms. God is peace. Peace flows like a river throughout my being. God is omnipotence. I am one with God, claiming my spiritual authority over stormy thoughts and emotions. Nothing can throw me off balance. Nothing can shake me. For peace replaces all my concerns. I am now centered, calm, right-minded, and peaceful in the certainty of divine peace. God is the harmonious power of love. I am the harmonious action of love. Attuned to the harmony of love in my body and mind, I agree with divine love's healing and restoring power in every aspect of my life. I claim the spiritual authority to be in love in action, harmonizing any discords and restoring relationships. God is generous, and I am grateful and generous. I appreciate the abundant ideas and possibilities and blessings in my life. In any moment of need, I gratefully receive abundant divine ideas with which to resolve any problems, and I also prosper. May my every breath be a prayer for peaceful solutions to our shared human concerns. In spiritual authority, I direct my thoughts to bless the human family with peaceful hearts that behold the divine within one another. As we meditated yesterday morning for peace, I say, may peace prevail within and all around us. And so it is. Those beautiful words are actually something that I tweaked, and I want you all to be aware of this. The prayer site for Unity offers a monthly prayer service. And I love looking up exactly what they've done for January or any month. And you can go to the archives. If you don't know what to pray for, just sit in a moment and read this. And there are many other options. You could even listen to an audio of this prayer. So I just wanted you to be aware that there is so much to help you in your prayer practice at Unity. And then I want us to just sit for a moment with a beautiful song. This is a dream of a world that I know we'd love to see, so enjoy this. Love that song and that version. It's a beautiful prayer, that song. I dreamed of rain and the rain came. Love that. So today is Burning Bowl. I release and I let go and I create. We're doing two things today. And we have Reverend Colleen Brown with us. Reverend Colleen, we're so excited to have her with us. And when I called her and she said, yeah, I'll do it. I was just, I'm so excited she's gonna come. So we're gonna work together on this. And as you see, we have our bowl here. It's not got as much flame. I mean, we don't have the hot flame here, y'all. And you have your envelopes, and every envelope has some stationery in it, and it has a little piece of flash paper in it. And you're going to be writing down first on the flash paper. And I do have some extra pens. And maybe if y'all are sitting and not at a table, we can get you something to write on. And so that's the first thing we're going to do. Now I want to bring Reverend Colleen up here. So what do you have to say about letting go? So let's see if we can get you up through all those cords. And this is the camera. So.
Is there anyone here who hasn't attended a Burning Bowl service before? Okay. Thank you. And thank you for being here. I remember my first. I started in Unity about the second week of January of 1978. So I had to wait a whole year before getting to understand what a Burning Bowl service was. All of life is vibration. How many of you here engage in self-talk? It was my self-talk that always got me in trouble. You know, that critical you inside. What I learned when I first got to Unity was to still the mind. And I can tell you today that Unity has enriched my life so much. I had the thought this morning when I was meditating, and in fact I shared it with Catherine on the way here, I don't know that I would still be on this planet if it hadn't been for Unity. I despaired a lot. And folks, we are about positive thinking. Norman Vincent Peale wrote his book, The Power of Positive Thinking, based on Unity principles, and even said that to the whole Unity ministerial conference one year. And everybody applauded because they knew it. That was before my time. But they knew it. They understood it. it's a light, it's a lighthouse, or it's a light on a hill. It is all that it is. I studied, I read the Bible, my family being very much fundamentalist, and me leaning traditional, but still honor thy father and mother that thy days may be long upon the earth. And so that self-talk that grabbed me every time I said, I want to go to the Methodist church, I want to go there today. All of that stuff, that happened was just the fodder for me to understand the importance of listening to the heart. The heart is your second brain, and it's a lot more who you are than your brain is. So when I heard about affirmations and denials, for a long time I understood affirmations. It means endorse, be with, love, support, non-judgment, be with reality. And you are creating your reality by the thoughts you hold in mind. Because thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. And that's unity in a nutshell, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Denials didn't appeal to me that much. I had a lot of chatter in my head about what denial meant and about being in denial and all of those kinds of, that kind of chatter. But denials are very important. And they're important because, again, if we had to hold on to all of the trash, the groceries, the bags, all of the stuff that we bring home week after week, we understand that we wouldn't have a lot of room left if we couldn't dispose of that. Well, that's how important this particular piece is. Denials are really like an eraser. So as you are being guided to write words out on what you want to let go of, what you know you need to forgive, it may be you. It may be you. My point always was to put myself down on that piece of paper, to deny my cranky self, or my fussy self, or my fearful self. But I wrote it down. I wanted to start clean, start a new year, start with a new me, be clearer. My affirmation for years has been, I am confident, poised, clear, and still. I am confident, poised, clear, and still. God speaks to us through that stillness. So it is that brain chatter, it is that self-talk that keeps us away from peace, from the be still and know that I'm God. So, denials. It's an eraser. What, as we take a moment to meditate and allow ourselves to think, let go of feelings of who's around you, what is around you. The Father and I are one, Jesus said. And he meant it. Mm-hmm. And he was telling us that that is true for us too. We are one with God. I love to use the phrase, and I've done it here many times, you are a godling, small g, but every person is a godling. We're all aspects, parts of God. So letting go of what is not godlike is a big giant step toward achieving a level of awareness and poise and confidence and trust and faith that allows the good to flow into us. So I got so excited yesterday that I wrote my letter to God yesterday.
Well, now we're gonna do the letter later. So do you think this is time we need to let everyone write
pretty
What-
quick.
Okay, what they're gonna release, okay.
And so in doing that, I had to look at those things that I've allowed the last year to take my attention away
Ah.
from being a loving servant of God. So we're going to ask you now to give some thought to what's troubled you this year. Because if you look at that, you can see what you need to release. And I don't know if you have meditation or if you have music or
Well,
what.
we've got music, and so I'm thinking about letting you all write that. And then Chris is our expert demonstrator on flash paper, so I'm gonna let him show y'all how we're gonna line up and release with the flash paper.
So the key to that is the writing it down and releasing it is a conscious act on your part. I cannot stress enough how valuable that is. It's not just a ritual that you just do. Put your mind and your heart to work and if there's something that comes in and you say, oh, I've already dealt with that, put it down. If it came to mind, there's some fragment of it that is still there. But release and let go. Releasing what no longer serves us is such a key to cleansing the heart. And that's the scripture from the Old Testament that I would use today. It's cleanse my heart, O God. Cleanse my heart, O God. Okay, so I don't know what happens
Let's
next.
go, all right, let's,
Are we write on both sides?
you can. I'm sorry they're kind of small, but. All right, I think we're ready, Chris. So show them how it's done.
Well, I'm not that expert, but I try not to burn myself. I figure if mine will burn with all this ink on it, yours will too.
Okay.
I release and I let go. God is, and all is well.
It's gone.
Just
It's
like
gone.
that.
So y'all can start coming up.
So we're not being shy?
No.
So I like to go up with it one way.
Yeah, well, yeah, there it goes.
That's fun.
I release and I let go.
Oh, good, Pam.
It is done. Woo! In and through the name and the nature of Jesus the Christ, it is done.
I really did want to let it go.
Woo!
Awesome.
Let's see if I can.
What powerful stuff.
It worked, okay, it went. I went out the bowl, okay. Let's not try that
Yours
again.
went
You see
out
that?
the other.
Yeah.
That was some powerful energy, man.
God blesses me and my life. God and I are one.
Woo.
It is done in the spirit of love. Make it, lie down in green pastures, I am at peace. Power of God works in my life for good. I am done, so be it. Make me an instrument of thy love. Gentle deeds, gentle words go forth from me.
Is that everything? You're it? That's Pam.
Lord is my shepherd.
Okay, so now, just like Jimmy Fallon gives all that thought to those thank you notes, we're gonna write our little letters for 2023. And I ran across a good question from Patty Dye, someone who does a blog I like. What do you want to create this year? It's not so much what do you want to see, what do you want to do, what do you want to make happen or create? I don't know, it's just a question that I really liked. And what would you like to add to that, Ms. Colleen? Because we've got your letter I want to share with them here in a minute, but.
I would share my history of this service. Since I've been doing these since 1987, I thought back and I really wish I had kept all of my letters to God. But amazing to me, a couple of years ago, I did come across some of them in old files. And I have manifested so much of what I wrote about. I know. You've done all you can. We'll live with it.
We got so much good energy in here.
Yeah, that's right. It's just
That's what it is. It's love power. So, for a long time, I wrote from all the things that I was sabotaging myself about. Fear. I wrote from that. Then I discovered something. I discovered that needs are not met. If needs were met, we wouldn't have needy people in the world.
Okay.
So I quit writing from need. I started writing from desire. The word desire comes from Latin, means of the Father, desire. So your desires come from God. And so when you really write from that, the universe says, aha, I'm with you. And so I encourage you to do that. In spite of it doesn't look like it's even possible, write it. It doesn't have to be word for word because God knows better than we do. But write it, put it there. And then choose not to limit how God's going to manifest that. Because the universe is our buddy. I don't care what you hear otherwise, I can promise you the universe is on our side. We're going through some tumultuous times in this country and it looks like it's not good. But in truth, we require adversity for us to awaken fully and live from our power center. That's what I would say is write from your desires and be good to yourself. Just put it all down and let go and let God.
Absolutely.
I have a song I asked to be
Oh,
played.
I'm gonna play that song. Now, when do you want to share your letter? I mean, I just wanted to set the bar a little high. She gave me this letter last night, and it was really beautiful. Now, I've got it on the PowerPoint,
Oh, you can-
and I can read it, and you
Yeah,
can read it?
you want to.
You want to?
This letter, though, it comes from 30 years of writing letters to God. So, you don't have to write the perfect letter.
Right.
You write what is for you. But this is the way that I finally decided I wanted to capture peace on earth, loving my family and friends, loving my church, loving this country, loving the wounded people everywhere. So that's kind of where I went with it. And so it's not for you to emulate, it's only just a guideline that it took me 30 years to come to. Okay, I'm a slow learner.
But you know, I love what you said about desire, and I can see that that's really where you came from in this letter. And it was so beautiful. I want to share it with you. Dear beloved God, here I am, full of myself, filled with memories of my search for truth in bygone years. Thank you for all the good I allowed to flow into my life. In these moments, I feel the oneness, the power, the isness of my life. Thusly attuned, I decree the following. I see me as you see me. Love that phrase. I see you as you see me. Happy, healthy, holy, wealthy, slim, and trim. I see me as I choose love over fear every day. And I tell you, I know this woman, and that's the truth for her. I feel me being more awakened each time I peruse these words. I vibrate more joy, remembering joy is just to open yourself. I exude happy gratitude. I pray every thought more consciously. Peace fills every home, heart, habitat, holy and unholy places. 2023 is the year light wins, miracles unfold, and brotherhood reigns. Oh, that would be a wonderful wish. I create a secret place of the Most High in which I now place family and friends, remembering the truth for them if they forget. So be it. I remember you are one within me, being me as me. I am now one with the one. Lovingly, Colleen. Isn't that the most beautiful letter?
Can't you just make a copy for all?
Yeah.
I could.
I agree, check.
But now Colleen also requested a song today, and I've got 2 versions of it while we write our own letters. And you're gonna love this song. And I've seen her play it in a conference out in Canuga, and if you just know her, this is how she interacts with everybody. So here we go. And you've got your stationery, so we're gonna take a little time to write these letters and listen to this beautiful music. Did you want to go into any more? Okay.
That's all.
I did want to say, you can self-address your envelope, and you can put them in the offering if you want. If you want to take them home and stick them someplace safe, or you can put them in the offering, and then we will collect them and mail them out.
Email.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Yeah,
to-
always the right
Always fun to
day.
read them, isn't
And you
it?
forgot that you did it.
There you go. Oh, did I say that? But then as Colleen pointed out, you'll be surprised at what manifests, right?
Oh,
It's
yes.
always
Oh,
over
yeah.
you.
Oh, yeah. I've had just amazing miracles with this. Healings for other people, one of those, and healing of others' lawsuits that there were, where 3 or more are joined together in prayer that I am also. So anytime I can get 3 people to really pray correctly, focused prayer, not begging, but
Right.
imaging correctly. I love prayer partners. I've seen some of those things that happen just unbelievably. So it doesn't matter. God is bigger than us. I believe that. Do you?
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. We are all part of it. So-
Any questions from anybody about this process? Any? Does it make sense to you? What we write has more power than what we say. We say it and it's out there forever, but what we write is so important, especially the song, how can anyone ever tell you you're anything less than lovable? They can't. That's who we all are at the core. Even the toughest person. I did a prison ministry once, and we had I was working with women, and we had this woman who she'd killed her husband. It's the only thing I do remember, but it involved some other things. And her ability to, I guess, flip people off is as good as anything. She just didn't want anybody close to her. But that was my last year in seminary, and we did letters to God. And when she wrote the letter, and she was sitting back there in the middle of the group, and she just started cackling. And I thought, uh-oh, this is not gonna go well. And so I just waited, and I said, is there something you want to share? And she said, this doesn't work. And I said, so you've done it before? Well, no, I've never done it before. And I said, what's wrong with giving it a shot? And whoever was next to her, they're not supposed to touch each other. I don't know if you've ever been aware of that, but they're not. But this woman reached over and said, she's right, give it a shot. What have you got to lose? And she looked back at me and she said, nothing. I said, so. Well, I got to see her 6 months later because she had written about seeing her family and they hadn't come to see her. And 6 months later, so about July the 4th, I guess it was, the family came and spent as much time with her as they were allowed. And so her whole life changed as a result of confronting me with, how does this work? It works when we love ourselves. So I love this. I just love this service. I hope it's been meaningful and fruitful for you. And
Oh, yes.
turn it back to you.
All right, all right. You know, I love that song, and actually I used it this morning.